Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Sun is rising, feel the warmth on my face. There's a lot to do now, but there ain't no race. I sip my coffee, I'm feeling fine. No need to work yet, I'm gonna take my time. It's a brand new day, gotta take it on my way, gotta take it on my way. It's a brand new day, gotta take it on my way, gotta take it on my way.
Good evening. Welcome to WSBI, your Resource for Success podcast program, where you get to meet inspiring women-owned businesses from across the country. My name is Kimberly McLemore, and I am your host. With us, we have Tracy Stewart Patterson, independent distributor at It Works Global. Welcome, Tracy.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Well, I am so glad we had this opportunity to get together this evening. I've been real excited about it because I watch you all the time jumping onto the Facebook page of WSBI, and I just get so happy. It's like I can't wait to interview her.
Aw, thank you. Well, I love following you and all your great information and your posts, so keep up the great work.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. But now let's just talk about you. So we're not going to make this all about me right now.
Okay. Got it.
But no, I do appreciate that. So anyway, what I wanted you to do is just introduce yourself to the listeners and tell us a little bit about yourself and what you've been doing.
Okay, well, I am Tracy. I'm 45. I'm from the DC area. Pretty much originally, there's not a lot of us, but I'm currently living in Northern Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
But I have lived all around as a military wife. I'm a mom of two amazing and brilliant kids, and I've been a teacher by profession. I was a stay-at-home mom for about 12 or 13 years while we moved around and while raising kids. And during that time, I earned a master's in reading, my master's in education with a concentration in reading. So now I am teaching part-time because I'm still very much involved with my children in their schools, and we still experience deployments and things like that. And I'm also an entrepreneur now.
All right. Wow. You are very busy, and that's great to hear that you are a military wife. I'm ex-military myself, so I do understand how that is. And I also used to be married to someone who's in the military. We're no longer together, of course. That's been years ago. But it's just, I understand how you have to constantly move. But I think it's phenomenal that you have been able to handle all that. And there's some of the things we can dive into a little bit later through the interview is understanding how you manage everything. So the one thing I wanted to, oh, you're welcome. I wanted to ask you, though, what inspired you to decide to jump into doing a business with, being that you've gone to school, got your master's, you're a military wife, you've been teaching and all that. How did you get involved in this piece?
Wow. So a few things. I guess one of the main things was flexibility. It's, going into business for yourself, it just provides you a lot of flexibility that a 9-to-5 will not provide you with. And so I guess some of it's a mixture of wanting to have extra income to just kind of play with. As a stay-at-home mom, you kind of tend to lose yourself a little bit. And I don't mean that, in a negative manner, because that was a blessing to be able to be home with my children and raise them. But I also felt like, and I did get my master's, but I felt like I wanted something just for me, a little piece just for me that just belonged to only me,
Right.
So just the combination of those things, and just something that I could call my own that would also kind of help build a legacy for my children and for myself and that kind of thing. So that kind of prompted it. Yes.
Well, and that's a great inspiration, because what I love what you said was that you realized that you wanted something just for you. And, we all know as, mothers, we constantly put ourselves in the background, and it's just it's a natural thing for us to do. No matter how many times we'll just say, nope, I'm going to put myself first. When you look up, I know for me, it's like, okay, 20 years later, I'm finally figured it out.
Exactly. And the kids are gone and you don't know what to do anymore.
Right. So then it's like, okay, I'm going to live now. Yes. But doing it now while you still have that opportunity to just continue to grow. And like I always tell people, I'm in my 50s, so I say, I'm on chapter 2 of my life now. So, you figured that out early, and a lot of women are figuring that out much earlier in their life, that, hey, there's nothing wrong with having a family, but it's always really important that, in order for you to be happy and for everybody else to be happy, you have to start living your dream as well. And you're doing that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I think that's great. So tell me a little bit about the business.
Okay, so It Works Global is a company that has been around for about almost 20 years, and it was started by a high school teacher who also wanted more, and he's a very selfless person. But the products it began with the signature product, which is a body wrap, a body contouring wrap that is basically essential oils and herbs that help tighten, tone, and firm the skin. But now we have probably, about 50 plant-based, chemical-free, non-toxic products, which is very important to me because I've always lived a natural lifestyle, and I made my own baby food and make my own hair products and skin products. The kids have never had chemicals on their bodies,
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm always I'm that hippie mom. So.
No, what you sound like is an inventor to me.
No, not at all. But this was important to me if I were going to go into business representing and using products. So they are plant-based, they are chemical-free, they're non-GMO, organic, and they're supplements in the skincare line, and just really amazing products for health and wellness. And I just love them.
Well, that is great. Yeah, I've heard a little bit about It Works, and I've definitely seen some of the products, and I've always been fascinated with the wrap. But I guess the thing I've always wondered now, when you have this wrap, do you wear it consistently, or how does that, help with losing the inches, I guess, is what you're trying to do when you're using that, correct? Or
Well, one thing that is a misconception is that it's for weight loss. It is not. It is actually, the body contouring wrap is actually for toning and tightening and firming the skin. It is infused. It's like a non-woven wrap that's infused with all these creams and wonderful herbs and essential oils that, honestly, certain peoples and tribes and natives have been using for hundreds and hundreds of years. And this company has tapped into that natural healing. So you wear it for a minimum of 45 minutes, anywhere from the neck down. They can be cut to be placed on your arms. They can be worn on your thighs, your waist, your back. We have those little rolls back there.
Wow.
And, and I've even slept in them. They're that natural where you can sleep in them. But a minimum of 45 minutes. You drink plenty of water.
Okay.
While you're wearing it to help, because it helps detox the skin, and you just want to help that process. And you take it off, and you get progressive results over the next 72 hours. You will see results after 45 minutes. I use them every week, either on my thighs or on my waist, and you will continue to see results over the next 3 days. You can wrap as often as once every 3 days.
Wow.
So they're just amazing. They were started in Europe, and we all know European women look amazing.
Yes, they do. Yeah, and you always wonder what's the secret, right?
Right, and it's actually a natural product. An inventor there used it. Mark Pentecost, the It Works CEO, patented it and bought it from him, and the rest is history. Yeah.
Well, I'll be darned. Well, look, I'll definitely have to be getting a hold of you because I'm
Yes,
like,
ma'am. It's summer.
that
Summer,
sounds
summer.
interesting. I'm like, because there's a few of those. You know how you have that roll that just never goes away.
Yeah.
So-
And people always want to know, does it work? And I'm like, you know what? 17 years later, I think it does.
Yeah. Wow. So
I
you've
think
been doing this business for 17 years?
No.
No. Oh, the
business
product
has
itself.
been
Okay.
around for between, about 17 to 20 years.
Okay.
I've been doing it for almost a year, but I've been using the products for longer than that.
Okay. Which is probably a good thing. I think it's always important that before you start selling something or, distributing it out to other folks, that you do understand what it is that you're distributing and what you like and what you wouldn't particularly like. But, you never know what people are going to need unless you've tried them. So I think that's very important. Very important. The other question I have then, so explain to the listeners a little bit about how the business is set up. What do you do to get started?
Okay, so I had a friend who I've grown up with, who I trusted. She has been in the business for 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's who I was getting my products from. And I called her and we talked about it. And basically, I purchased a business builder kit. Okay. It was $99. It came with lots of information, lots of training materials, and 4 wraps, to help you get started. Because you can sell wraps for wrap cash. There's several ways to make money in this business.
Okay.
So what I did was I had my little launch party. I invited some family and friends over to hear about the business, to get wrapped if they wanted to. And I made my money back plus quite a bit more just at that party. So,
wow. Okay.
Yeah, the initial investment is really nothing compared to a lot of other businesses, and you are able to earn it back immediately just in cash. And you will go on to, there's no contracts to sign. It's basically risk free.
Okay.
So if after that first party I decided, I'm done, that would have been fine. I would have lost nothing. I would have made back my money, and that's it.
But that motivation was there, wasn't it? Yeah, you're like, wait a minute now. I think I can make a little bit more.
Well, yeah, and if I can make this just introducing these products to people, because I wrapped about 4 or 5 people just that day, and they were pretty amazed and signed up as loyal customers, which is where I make my residual income.
Okay.
Which is monthly income based on, people who order on a monthly basis for an amazing discount and amazing perk points, that kind of thing.
Right. Those incentives, as we call them.
Yes. Plus, they're able to try different products and use different products and improve their health and all that. And then if somebody wants to come into the business with me and join me, because it is multi-level marketing. Okay. And a lot of people don't understand it and have a negative connotation. They think, oh, it's a pyramid scheme. It so is not.
Right. And I understand what you're saying, because it's definitely been something that's, out there, and there have been people who've been scammed for. But I think a big part of it is just truly understanding what needs to be done and how you're trained and how. So basically, with you leading your team, how do you help everybody else go through that process so they don't feel like they are being put in that predicament? What are some of the tools that you provide to them in that perspective?
Well, honestly, the fact that it is risk-free is highly appealing. I mean, that right there, you're not signing a contract. You're not saying, okay, I'm going to, give over my dog if, you're not doing any of that, and you're able to, make your investment right away. But there are, once you're connected to this business, you are also connected to an amazing support system, a team of people that are with you the entire way. It is a company of integrity. Everything's an open book, so you have access to all the training, to all the business information, and all of the ways it's spelled out for you how you are able to make money if you're willing to do the work. And I mean, most 80%, about 72 to 75% of women who make over $100,000 a year do it through multi-level marketing. Okay. I mean, and people, it's about sharing and, yes. Okay, this unicorn Starbucks drink, okay? Mm-hmm. How many people could have made a whole bunch of money off of sharing that they loved it, right?
Right, exactly.
Because that's all I'm doing.
That's all it is, right? I mean, and two, you become a walking advertisement, basically. Right. When one person talks about it, somebody else is going to talk about it, especially if you had these great experiences with it. You always have somebody who's willing to follow and share that information, which helps any business, and it's definitely going to help you out because that's what you want. You want to be able to have that tier level constantly grow. So,
and my mission is to help you grow. If you're on my team, my mission is to help you become a team leader and help you get your money right and help you spread health and wellness. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So if you're not succeeding, then I'm not succeeding. I haven't done my job. Right. So that is very appealing to me and makes me happy,
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well, that's the way it's supposed to be done. And that's with any type of business. If you're going to lead the business, you want to show people, not just your consumers, but the team that you're putting together, if you're going to have a team, that you're going to lead them in the right direction. It's not just all about you. It's about ensuring that they reach the goals that they're asking to reach, and the purpose of why they wanted to join and be a part of that business. Yeah. So it's just very important. And I agree. I like your strategy, and I like, what you just said about that, you're not doing your job if nobody else is making what they need to make, or like you said, reach out to the goals that they're trying to get accomplished.
Right. And meeting their why. Everybody has a why.
Right.
Right. Everybody has a why. Some people are going through really tough times and they have their why. Some people want to do it for their children or for themselves. Mm-hmm. It's the why.
Right.
It really is.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So in this business, though, and just like any other business, there's always challenges. Tell me a little bit about the challenges you've been going through.
Okay. Well, I think I mentioned one was that people are very skeptical of things. Mm-hmm. It's interesting because they'll see a commercial by, some big multi-million-dollar company and be like, I immediately trust them. But when you have something from a smaller business or from, there's immediate skepticism. Mm-hmm. So that's a part of it. But, I just try to put it out there and with integrity and my, myself, my personality attached to it. And where it sticks, and where it doesn't, it doesn't. And that's okay. Right. Some of my challenges are a little bit, self-imposed as far as, I'm a bit of a social introvert.
Really? No.
I am. I mean, I can be social and it's fine, but it can also be exhausting for me. I have to pull away and draw from within, that's where I draw a lot of my strength from. So I had this fear of hearing no, and a fear of disapproval, and a fear of failure, and even, a fear of success. Because, oh Lord, that means I really got to be out there,
Right. Right.
And they're just to be completely transparent, I have suffered from depression and anxiety in the past, and that some days makes it difficult for me. So. And just again balancing all of that with motherhood and working and just keeping it all together. So that's, you get your groove. Some days you do not. Some days you feel like completely just, woo, I did nothing. I got nothing done. And oh Lord. And then the next day you kill it. So,
right.
Right.
But that's with anything in life, is whether you're in a business or not, I think we all, when we strive to do something we really want to do, you find yourself at your very highest, down to some of your lowest moments, but it's getting back up and every day constantly
and
trying and growing. Okay. And that's the key. So you have to constantly applaud yourself, even when nobody else is applauding for you, what you're accomplishing.
Absolutely. Those small successes matter and make so much difference. They really do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because, I think we all go through it, like I said, as a business person, especially because when you have people bring anything negative to you, they don't understand because they haven't done it. You know,
Right.
there's always somebody out there giving you some great advice, but they've not
Woo.
one time walked your walk or
Exactly.
understand what you're trying to accomplish. And, you know, and it's okay. Like I always tell people, you know, not everybody's going to understand your grind, but it's perfectly fine. But you have to continue to move forward and do what's best for you. And you're doing that. And like I said, pat yourself on the back, applaud yourself every day, even on the days you don't want to do anything. Still look at what you're reaching to, because you're doing it. And that's the key.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And every day you're helping other people as well as helping yourself. So sometimes that inner therapy is just as important as that outer therapy, as I call
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So that is great. So one thing I guess I wanted to ask you about is I noticed that you have this kind of a branding called Naturally Wrapped with Tracy. Talk a little bit about that, or is that really what you've been talking about throughout the interview on this Naturally Wrapped with Tracy?
I came up with that name. I mean, part of it is a play on, of course, the body wraps that are the signature product, and, nobody else has that. So it's a play on that. But I'm also someone who has also been and tried to live my life wrapped in a natural lifestyle from all, so I thought that would be good because I feel like I do try to immerse and wrap myself in non-toxic, chemical, holistic types of environments and products and diet and things like that. So I try to be, wrapped naturally. So
well, look, that is a beautiful brand. Okay, you need to really focus and brand that out there more, because I love that. When I read that, I was like, that's pretty cool. I wonder what she's talking about, because sometimes I see you when you're providing information with the food that you're eating that day or with the drink that you may be making. So I kind of thought it was a little bit all of that, but I wanted to really hear your flavor and feed on that. But I think that's an awesome brand piece of you, and you need to go for it. I mean,
it's like great. a holistic lifestyle that promotes wellness.
Exactly. Yeah, that's awesome. Another question. If you had another woman who wanted to come into this business, what specific resource or item would you provide them? I mean, what would you tell them to make them think that this would be a great business to go into? Besides what we've already talked about.
Besides what we've already talked about.
Yes.
Well, and I know we talked about the why, but I would always say, what's your why? I mean, that's just really the first thing. What is your why? And are you willing to, really keep that in focus? I would meet with them, just kind of do a one-on-one and introduce them to just what I do, and basically, basic information about the product, some of the main products, and on the product side, and then on the business side, I don't want to overwhelm anybody initially, but I would just say, let's sit down and talk. And then I would also say, talk to my team. Come, I would invite them on a call with my team. They wouldn't have to talk. They could just listen and see if it was something that appealed to them. Because a lot of people say, I don't sell things. I can't sell anything. And I said the same thing.
Okay.
And what I say is, man, we're just sharing stuff. People need these products. People are not healthy.
Right.
People are sicker and sicker and sicker. And they want something to help, I mean, we're always going to medications that have a million side effects and things like that. So I tell them, you're just sharing information and trying to help people. That should be your focus, is to serve. We are serving others, and before we are serving ourselves. And that will honestly give you the most, it will just make you feel so good and really motivate you to do this business. And if they're willing to do that and latch on to that and their why, then they will make it. They will be able to do this business. They will, be excited about it, and it will work for them. So we'll just sit down and talk. Nobody is ever alone when they start this business. You are always supported. You have a team. We have training materials. You are never just thrown to the wolves. And I will, I'm right there by their side, as well as the rest of the team. Yeah.
Right. Well, and that's the positive part, and that's something that people always need to understand, that having that mentorship is really important. And like you said, it's not something where, oh, we're going to start you off, and then you're out there on your own.
Right.
Because I've made mine. You just go out there and do what you need to do. So I think that's very important. In any business, you need to have consistent mentorship, and because at the end of the day, you don't know it all.
Right.
And you have the pieces that they are there and the tools. But being able to know that you have that reach back to anybody on the team and to yourself to help you get through those days, like we just talked about, where you're going to have those good days and bad days. That is truly, truly important piece and an important aspect of anybody in business. And like you said, it's not really about selling anything. It's about providing information. And I love what you said. It's about serving.
Yes.
Anybody
absolutely.
in business, if they don't understand that word, they need to look it up. Okay?
Amen. Amen.
Because, it amazes me, being in business, that people don't get it, that your customers are your number one priority. You're serving them. We asked for this. They didn't, just choose us. We said that, hey, we're going to come out here in business and we can do this better than anybody else. So it is your priority to serve the people that you say you're going to serve. So I love that statement. And then it's something we all probably need to brand and put across our foreheads, every day, because some people just forget that, once they feel like they have made it, so to speak. But at the end of the day, you cannot have a business without your consumers and your customers.
Absolutely.
Period.
Amen.
So on that note, please tell all the listeners how they can get a hold of you.
Okay, well, social media, of course. My Facebook, everything is Naturally Wrapped with Tracy. So my website is naturallywrappedwithtracy.com. My Facebook page is the same. My IG is the same. And you will find a link to my email and to my phone number and all that on those pages. I also have a closed Facebook group for people who are just interested. There's no obligation. You don't even have to be a customer, but it's called Tracy's Health, Wellness, and Fitness Spot. And it's just for workout tips, advice, encouragement, motivation, recipes, that kind of thing for people who want to focus on health and wellness. And my name is spelled Tracy, by the way. I know there's a lot of variations, but it's Tracy.
Mm-hmm.
So my phone number is 703-828-8811. If anybody wants to text or call me right away, I'm here.
All right. Well, boy, it has been a pleasure and, talking with you tonight. And believe me, we're definitely going to have to talk offline because I'm really interested in those wraps. I'm like, boy, this sounds really interesting. So,
let's do it. Let's do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Can't guarantee I'm going to get into doing the other part, but I can absolutely guarantee I can be a help on the other end. So.
No problem. I appreciate anything.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah.
So anyway, like I said, thank you again for your time. I really appreciate it. Do you have any last words that you would like to share with the listeners?
Yeah, just please, I'm here. Call me anytime. If you have any questions or just want to consult, contact me. I'm pretty easy to talk to. And I just want to thank you so much for this opportunity and for just uplifting other women and small businesses. I really appreciate you for that.
Thank you so much, and you're very welcome. This is what my initiative is all about. This organization is so important to me. I think that doesn't matter whether you're a woman or a man or whomever, but if you're in business, sharing the resources is so important. It's a valuable piece of who we are. I don't believe in reinventing the wheel, and why do you have to suffer? Because you suffered, share that experience, because that's how you learn. And that's what makes you a better person. Also helps the other individual reach their goals. So that's what I'm all about. And that's what the Women's Small Business Initiative is here for. And I appreciate you, like I said, again, for taking the time to spend with us this evening. For everybody else, I'm here every Thursday evening at 7 p.m. You can find me at the WSBI website at www.wsbillc.com. You can also visit me on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Instagram. But until then, enjoy the rest of your evening.